What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here. We are back to take a look at another Tenogen skin. A quick look at a Tenogen skin, which is going to be, of course, as you can see, Ember Prime, or Ember's skin. So I'm pretty excited about this one. This one I've been on the fence about for a while. However, I pretty much decided that I am going to follow through and purchase this skin. I just have a lot of kind of Warframes and fashion frames that I'm kind of working on, and I'm kind of just holding off because this one's on the back burner for a while. But anyways, we are going to jump in and take a look at an Ember skin. Of course, I have actually a couple different Embers. This one is a brand new Ember Prime that's got nothing on it, so I don't know if we'll really finagle with that. This Ember is unranked, but I believe has a little fashion frame. Maybe we'll take a look. We have my original Ember that I got way back in the day, one of my first Warframes, period. And then I have already a Tenogen skin that I really do enjoy that I have on one of my Embers, but we'll take a look and see what happens with those color schemes and how they transfer over to this one that we're going to take a look at today. And today, without further ado, we are going to be taking a look at the Majesty skin. This one is by Citizen and Cheshire. Very, very interesting skin. Citizen I have personally met at TennoCon a while back. Very excellent in terms of their, Citizen's aesthetic. I do like. And Cheshire, I don't believe I've had the honors to meet, but I believe. I mean, I know Cheshire's been in the Tenogen spot or Tenogen community for a while. I don't know how many collaborations Cheshire's done with others, or if they've specifically done some on their own. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, this is a skin that like I said, I have been on the fence about, but I do really enjoy. As I kind of looked in and dived into the color schemes that I have, and I'm gonna pull the trigger here at some point, but. Anyways, the Majesty skin you can see here with my kind of pinkish kind of design. Originally, I took this design for like Valentine's Day or something like that, and I just rolled with it. And then, sure enough, drop in the Majesty skin. You can see here in default colors, which, like I said, is gorgeous. Even the default colors I think are really, really cool. But taking them over, swapping with my kind of pink design, pretty cool, pretty interesting. I really do like it. You'll see as I go through to some of my others. This is an really old color scheme that I had, basically as though Ember was instead electric and her abilities were electric. But anyways, it doesn't make sense because all of her elements are fire when you do damage. Anyways. But I liked kind of the flowy kind of design, what maybe a Volt would look like in kind of this design scheme. But we transfer this over, looking with the black and yellow, and it's interesting, pretty cool. It's not really, in my opinion, Ember's aesthetic, so it is what it is. And we'll jump over B-Slot. This one very similar, except if Ember was a frost frame, ice based. But let's just see what happens when we transfer this one over. I think this looks really, really cool. The black and blue. I think it looks fantastic. But, we're just going to get a little inspiration for you guys. If you guys, are really looking for some inspiration on Ember fashion frame, maybe you're on the fence about this skin like I was. You can see it in many different color schemes, and maybe you can decide. This is my Prime Ember. This is what happens when I transfer over to the Majesty skin, and I think it looks really, really good. It depends on your aesthetic. The helmet, I think, is sick. I really, really like this helmet for this Warframe. And then, of course, it really changes up the skin overall. You have, definitely different line work and textures everywhere. So it's a complete overhaul, pretty much, in my opinion. So, yeah, I like it. I like it quite a bit. So we'll grab some of my other Embers. I think this one is purely brand new. I think I bought like an unvaulting or something like that to get my hands on another Ember and to support the content creators, the developers. So yeah. This one, Vermilion. You guys might be like, what? Vermilion? Get that out of my face. So Vermilion helmet, the immortal skin. I did a fashion frame recently about the Vermilion deluxe skin, the Ember deluxe skin. If you would like to take a look at that, I think it is a underappreciated skin because there was some controversy around it a while back. Anyways, I won't really get into depth here, but I talk a little bit about it in my fashion frame. So it's a very underappreciated skin, and you know, I figured, I don't know, I want to show it some love. But this is what happens when I transfer the color scheme you saw previously to this Majesty skin. Kind of a black and blue, or like a, you know, black and blue again, but a much different, you know, I don't know, shades. So I'm not too crazy about that one, you know, personally, but we'll take this one, Immortal with the Vermilion, swap all of those colors over to the Majesty, and I really, really like this one. I don't know if I'm purely in love with the black that's kind of back there, because it kind of darkens up the frame a lot when it kind of is a bit vibrant, and maybe you want to, you know, accentuate that vibrancy. But all in all, you know, with some tweaks, this looks pretty cool in my opinion. So, you know, that pink and blue kind of design. All right, so taking the C, yes, you can see what I did here. I really mixed up the Vermilion helmet with the Grax design and turned into like a crazy rocker themed Ember. Very, very cool. But this is what happens when I take those colors, almost Christmassy, and swap them over. I think it looks cool. You know, it's very abstract, but you know, I like it. I like it. Very Dynasty-esque, you know, to a degree. So anyways, we'll if, in case you're like, oh gosh, that's hideous. Yeah, it's kind of supposed to be. It's kind of like an old 80s look. But anyways, oops, wrong deal. We'll go back. Let's grab my, oh my gosh. If you have not checked out, you know, I don't want to, you know, because this is all about the Majesty skin, but just throwing this out there. If you have any interest in the Grax skin, I do have a Tension Spotlight for this one, but we'll jump over and go and transfer, similar to our previous Ember that we saw earlier, transfer that across. And oh, I mean, the colors are different for sure from what we saw before, and that is pretty gorgeous. If you want a dark pink, kind of dangerous Ember look, very, very cool. Like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Over to the Bravo slot, we got a white and blue, pretty crazy. You guys know I love my white and blues. Transferring that one over. Wow. You know, I would love to see like a Lady Frost in the game. I think that would be really dope with, you know, alternate abilities, of course. But man, if it looked similar to the way this looks, that would be sick. That's very, very cool. So, Lady Frost. I like it. I like it. So, jumping over C slot, this one was all Grineer. Of course, Grax being Grineer inspired. Let's just see what happens when we Grax up the Majesty. And you know what? That I think actually works really well. It's not Grineer, obviously, but with even the Grineer color scheme, that looks pretty sick. And some of you might be like, well, your orange is off and your green is off. I get it. I understand. But anyway, just kind of down that avenue. I think that looks great. Or a forest Ember. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of a, you know. Anyways, very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. We're going to go over and, of course, one of my spotlights for my Vermilion, you know, kind of design. This is what I did. I used the Immortal skin because I really, you know, I think it goes together good. Anyways, if we were to take the Immortal crazy cool design that I have here, switch everything over to the Majesty, once again, I think that looks really, really good. A little bit angelic, but it's got darker colors. Similar a little bit to the previous yellow deal that we saw earlier, but very cool. I like it. I like it. Almost Prime, kind of that darker Prime look that we see on some of the Prime Warframes. But yeah, this one, kind of punkish, or, you know, punk, you know, rockish. I don't know, but let's take it. Majesty. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. A little similar to what we saw before, a little bit, but anyways, you take those colors, transfer them over. Looks very, very good. Jumping over C slot, we got something like so. And if we swap over kind of this, I think that I did like a St. Patty's Day. This is a very, 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 very old color scheme. I mean, way back when Ember was fairly new, I color schemed this. But anyway, whoa, that's cool. That's really, really cool. If you wanted a St. Patty's Day Ember, you know, grab this Majesty skin, take these color schemes, and just blam. That's what you got. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And then, of course, I had the original Ember that I created. Very mustardy, I get it, but it was meant to be, you know, red, yellow, orange, kind of flamey colors. The very first Ember I ever had, and I just kind of rolled with it, threw on some armor pieces when they were, you know, new to the game, and this is what I had. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. That takes something that was, like, very, like, newbie, like, to a new player color scheme, and it took the colors and it just flipped them and turned them into an awesome look, in my opinion. That looks like a really, really awesome Ember. So anyways, Majesty skin, I think it looks pretty fantastic. We can jump in, and if I grab, say, Ember Prime, we have appearance, we have, you know, Majesty. There's its default color scheme, looking pretty awesome. And we'll go, you know, a little bit of randomization quickly, because I try to show this in as many designs as possible. Whoa, that's sick. That is sick. Okay. Because I'm planning on getting this skin at some point, and I kind of have an Ember Prime just for a Tenogen, you know, design in the future, I'm going to keep this color scheme because I'm just throwing this out there. That looks really, really cool. It is, of course, edgy, you know, fairly edgy, but man, that caught me by surprise for sure. So I'm gonna hold on to that one, and then let's go do another random. This one's gonna be a little icy, probably similar to what kind of similar to what we saw before. I do like the kind of silver as the metallics that are come off, you know. I do like that. You know, this all the line work and the silver all over the place on this frame is pretty cool. I could definitely see keeping my metallics a silver color, but some of these might look awful. Some of these might be gorgeous. Some of you might hate them. Some of you guys might love them. But we're going to try and take a look at as much as we can. Very cool. Of course, being time sensitive, let's not make this video too long. Something a little bit crazy and out there. Oh, wow. I'm actually surprised this looks as good as it does. You know, it is definitely the colors clash. I get it. But some of you guys like that. It's like a space ninja warrior kind of thing, you know, and that's Warframe, space ninjas. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not for you, but that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, that's pretty cool. This takes kind of that pastel-y kind of look, except I feel like it's, I don't know, more mature, less kind of bright and vibrant, and more, you know, I don't know. I like that. I think I'm even going to keep that one. This doesn't look good at all, but you'd be surprised sometimes how, you know, a color scheme can just transfer over because of the textures and whatnot and just be gorgeous. Of course, that's why you guys are here, to see what it looks like without purchasing the skin yourself, or kind of sitting here and doing this, you know, all on your own. You guys can have a quick look, of course, at some potential with this skin. So we'll go through a few more times. Like I said, I do want to show as much potential, you know, color schemes for everybody's aesthetic as possible. But yeah, so far, you know, like I said, I did kind of go through and look at my skins previously and just, you know, popped 3 or 4 of them on. And I was like, you know, I'm impressed. I am thoroughly impressed with the design of the skin and how well these colors are transferring over, that I'm gonna pick it up. Maybe not, like I said, not at the moment, because God, I'm working on a lot of fashion frames. Very, very little time to do it. Oh wow, that's cool. I don't know if I want the yellow to be as yellowy. I probably want to get it to be a little bit better metallics, but I think it looks pretty cool overall. So this one will get some tweaks, and let's just try and go through and do maybe one more. Because like I said, don't want the video to go too long. Randoms. Let's get something a little bit different than what we've seen before. Okay. I don't think it's as good as some of the other green ones that we saw previously. Like that St. Patty's Day one was pretty cool. Majesty, ooh, all right. Flame-esque, but the darker textures. Ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen here. Oh, that's sick. That is super cool. I love it. I love it. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. I appreciate you stopping on by with a quick look for the Ember Magesty. Great job to Cheshire and Persetizen for an awesome, awesome design. Like I said, I'm going to pick it up. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. A like would be greatly appreciated. It helps these videos get out. I'm going to try and do quick looks, you know, they kind of come in spurts because I kind of sit down and do a few of them at a time. But I'm going to try to be more frequent with these because I know you guys really like them. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again in the next episode. Blah.